on the inside helped him make it happen.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
A different look for Milwaukee. Shaq comes in for Abdul-Jabbar, and it's Jordan in for Vince Carter. Philadelphia also making some changes. Okafor's checked in, and Noel subbed in for Rozier. 1:30 left in the first quarter. The drive by Nowitzki, and good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the night.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Bucks leading by 4. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bryant goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And the Bucks making a change here. Bird's checked in. The 76ers might have dodged having the worst record in the league last season, but they didn't dodge having the worst road record last year, Clark.
They could not dodge that one, Kevin. Just 6 wins on the road. But that was pretty much expected considering the youth and inexperience of this team.
And for the 76ers, they weren't a good shooting team in general. And on the road, it got real ugly. They shot under 40% as a team on the year away from home.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Magic Johnson picks one up.
For the Sixers, just a brutal start to last season. 17 straight losses. They did get their first 4 wins of the season as a road team, though. As bad as they were on the road, at least they had that going for them.
And so he hits both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nowitzki sets a screen for Johnson. The shot's good from Jordan.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Bucks leading by 8. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Bird. Shoots from 12. Can't hit. Here's Adelman. The basket's coming early.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better make some noise for yo.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go. Having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Rozier's out there with Armstrong. Then it's the Beast, then it's the Franchise, and it's Cool Hands in at the 2. Here's Cool Hands. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Cleveland.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Here's Johnson. Philadelphia able to drain the three.
And the Bucks arguably were the best story in the Eastern Conference last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a 6th-place finish in that Eastern Conference?
Shooting for Milwaukee, Magic Johnson.
The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Bucks. Russell, he's checked in for Bird. And Kobe is subbed in for Jordan. And Johnson drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's the Franchise. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
They retain possession. The 76ers trail by 9 with the shot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And it's 13 points for Cool Hands. Johnson dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson the screen. Layup off the pick. And it's laid in by Kobe. And the Bucks lead by 9.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Haywood's checked in. Here's Adelman. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Johnson, the pass to Kobe, and good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got assist number 8 now on the night. To the wing right side. Here's Cool Hands, guarded by Kobe. Pass to Cool Hands. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Cool Hands got 8 points in the quarter.
Wow, 4 here in the first half. They're going to need to do something different on defense to trap this guy and lock him up.
Bryant has the open look. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and it had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
Here's Rozier, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. To the middle, picked off in midair. That's tipped. Pass break, here we go. Here's Adelman. Here's Armstrong. And the basket good. Armstrong's got his second basket of the game.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
Now here's Kobe. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Armstrong with it, picked up by Bryant. From 15 feet away, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Bucks leading by 8. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Here's the franchise after Magic Johnson's bucket. 1:56 left to play here in the second quarter. It's rebounded by Johnson.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And the basket by Rozier.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
A minute 20 left in the first half of the game. Johnson the screen. O'Neal kicks to Carter. 6 on the shot clock, and that one's good. 14 points for Kobe Bryant.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Carter with the block, and it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Bird, he's checked in for the Bucks. Jordan comes in for Magic Johnson.
Michael Jordan.
Bucks on defense. Here's Armstrong. They grab their own miss. Rozier.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Screen by O'Neal. Bird outside. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And 3 from Jordan. And the shot is... good. Jordan's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Bird against Armstrong. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Armstrong's got 6.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch.
And so we wrap up
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half, that's for sure. I'm Ernie Johnson, joining in some incredible work in this one by Kobe Bryant. He had 14 points and 3 assists. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep giving up so many open looks. What are you doing?
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. We look at Cool Hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the threes, they just drop for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 14-point game. Bryant is out there with Johnson. Then there's Nowitzki. Then it's Kareem. And it's Carter in at the small...
And guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. It's tipped. Here's Cool Hands, defended by Bryant. And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Johnson dishes to Kobe. Back to Johnson. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Bryant's got 4 assists in the game.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Here's Johnson. 9 points in the game so far. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Armstrong, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. For Philadelphia, they have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in, and Noel subbed in for Rozier. Timeout called the Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down. A perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season, and as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17. Also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
The 76ers making a switch here. The Beast, he's checked in for Okafor. Rozier comes in for Nerlens Noel. Cool Hands checked in for Smith. And the Professor subbed in for the franchise.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them. And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17, also 7-7 at home, 10-10 on the road, 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500.
Haywood, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And he gets it to go.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41.
Haywood with the block. Finished off the break. And that's now 20 points for Cool Hands.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Johnson kicks to Carter. Tipped away. And pushing it up is Philadelphia. The 76ers again in transition.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Here's Adelman, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Johnson attacking. That's good. Johnson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now the pass to Hale. 76ers moving the ball around. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Cool Hands.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. O'Neal's checked in for Nowitzki. Bird comes in for Vince Carter. And Michael Jordan subbed in for Magic Johnson. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
They get it again, and he gets the bucket. Abdul-Jabbar's got his third basket of the night.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Milwaukee leading by 16. Here's Jordan. And the shot is good. Jordan's got 7 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Timeout call the 76ers.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. The Beast comes in for Carl Landry. And Armstrong subbed in for the Professor.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
And Jordan gets it to go.
Always fun to watch Kobe setting other people up.
The 76ers trail by 18. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Bird. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And the Bucks lead by 20.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
And it's Shaq missing.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And there's the foul. It goes on cool hands. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. Checking in for Milwaukee, Bill Russell.
Nine seconds left in the third quarter. Bryant drives in, and Bill Russell slams it in.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit. All I know is.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And so it's Milwaukee now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Carl Landry, Okafor out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's the franchise, and it's Smith in at the 1 spot.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Screen by Russell. Nowitzki with it. He's picked up by Landry. Johnson kicks to Russell, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Russell. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. They get it back. Noel. And that one is hammered home.
Oof, this guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And there's the foul. It's on the franchise. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Timeout for the 76ers.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Bucks leading by 17. Johnson outside. To the middle. Here's Carter. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. 16 points for Vince Carter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Got a piece of it. Here's Cool Hands, guarded by Jordan. That's good.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Here's Johnson. Dishes to Abdul-Jabbar, and it's blocked. They set the screen. Here's Adelman. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Nowitzki with the screen on Armstrong. Knocked away. Now the 76ers on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Down low, Abdul-Jabbar up and in on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 13.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement. You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit. I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. He said, listen, we've come this far. Now we've got to lay it on the line to get a win. I know we can do it. So show them what you got, and let's make it happen. Guys, we'll see if they can do it.
Thanks again, Doris. Inside, here's Nowitzki. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. 8 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks lead. Leading by 15. Carter with it. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And stolen by Jordan. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson against Haywood. 6 to shoot. Johnson, the pass to Carter. That one goes. Carter's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another. 5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
That drops.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Armstrong, and the 3 ball is good.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Bucks leading by 14. Outside Jordan, Nowitzki a screen. Johnson kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Rebound by the 76ers. The Beasts got 6 rebounds now in the game.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Bucks.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shot.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Bryant. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference. You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
That is good.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game. Though we call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant. He had a nice surge to start the second half, hitting his first 3 shots.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this group.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.